in Group 4. Some interesting matchups as well. Switzerland, Spain, Germany, Ukraine. Let's start with Switzerland and Spain. Robbo, this is a match that you're calling. You think it'll be a good one?
I think it will be good. I'm interested to see Spain at the moment because I've covered all their games so far. And they're a developing side, but they're a developing side with still Ramos as the main player. Navas at right back is still playing really well. But it's interesting to see whether Adama Traore plays, because in the last game against Ukraine in the Nations League, he was the outstanding player, and it showed a different side to the way Spain wanted to play. He must have gone past the fullback Sobol about 14, 15 times, got crosses into the box, but there was nobody in the box ready to throw themselves onto balls coming in the box and winning headers. And that's why I hope that Alvaro Morata might get a chance with Adama Traore playing on that right-hand side. But they're still a good side, Spain. But they're just, at the moment, still developing their style of play. They're still developing how they get into front areas. And it's still developing how they play in that final third. But it'll be a good game against what I would say is a fairly average Switzerland side.
Jules, that's just it. When we talk about Spain, it's like great, but they don't have a number 9. And do they yet have that answer?
Well, certainly it looks like Morata and the way he played against the Netherlands, for example, on Wednesday night, albeit in a friendly, but especially for the first hour, he was fantastic. He gave the goal to Sergio Canales by dropping a bit deeper. The way he turned was great. The ball through was perfect. The weight on the ball was perfect as well. And I think he can offer them that too, which is so hard to defend on if you're a centre-back. He can also, as we saw with Juventus, being very clinical in the box now. And if he gets good service, and if you count the goals that were disallowed for tiny offside after VAR intervention, he will be on even more goals scored this season. So he's certainly going through a very good period in his own career. The confidence is high. And again, for me, if Luis Enrique finds again, the right pieces in that jigsaw. Who you play on the right, whether that's Adama Traore or Gerard Moreno or someone else. Who do you play on the left-hand side? Is Marco Asensio good enough to be regularly in that team? Do you play Oyarzabal, for example? There's a lot of choices, a lot of options. Who are the 3 in midfield? Do you play Rodri? Do you play Busquets? Do you play Canales? Again, so many options for Luis Enrique. If he finds the right one, I think that Morata could really be the number 9 that they really need to achieve great things.
Frank, elsewhere in that group, Germany, Ukraine. Look, if we look back at Germany in the last Nations League, at the last World Cup, they're starting to make a habit of finishing in the bottom half of their groups. I know people poo-poo the Nations League, say it's like not that important, but at home against Ukraine, like if things don't go well, Joachim Low, there can be some pressure, some trouble.
Yes, it will have, and I think they will have to win. I think they're going to take it seriously. I mean, I've seen the game that they played, the friendly game that they played against the Czech Republic, and it was like a B, even maybe a C team, where I barely knew the players who were playing on Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'm sure the Joachim Low rested some players to make sure they're going to be fit for that game, important game against Ukraine. We saw France playing against Ukraine. It was a disaster for Ukraine. They've been hammered at the Stade de France. So it can be a good chance for Germany to get on with their confidence and get the right results.
Jules, real quick on Germany. I'm not overstating it, right? The German public is starting to turn on Low.
They don't even watch the games anymore. The TV ratings are so poor because it's just, one, it's not very interesting. They're not playing well, as we saw against the Czech Republic on Wednesday night. They struggle so far in this Nations League as well. They keep drawing. They keep conceding late goals as well, show that they can't keep their focus for 93, 95 minutes in every game. And I think Joachim Low is under so much pressure before that game. Ukraine, don't forget, beat Spain, albeit in Ukraine last month. So it's not going to be an easy game for them.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.